Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fulton Street Beats. I'm going to introduce this video before we do it. Hopefully you guys just saw the last video of me installing the bridge pickup on the Rickenbacker Leo Jaymz build. It's a Leo Jaymz bass kit that looks like a Rickenbacker, more like a 403 than anything, and it plays like one, and it's a real cool bass, but I decided to upgrade the pickup and get rid of that jazz pickup for, well, more of a Rick style, Rick feel pickup. So I found one on eBay for around 44 or 45 bucks, ordered it out of China. It came really good quality, and I believe it has very good sound. So if you haven't watched the install video, because it's not a simple install, you have to route out, and there's some mods you're going to have to make. I'll put a link here. Click on that, go back and watch that first, or you can watch this and go back to that, however you want to do it. But I want to cover some bases before we go, pun intended, maybe. I want to cover my bases before we go into this demonstration of this finished bass. I can't please everybody all of the time, but hopefully I can please some people some of the time. I get a lot of comments in the comment section saying, well, I can't hear the bass. The other music is drowning it out. Well, there's usually a reason for that, and that's because you're usually listening to it on a cell phone or a computer, and you're not listening in hi-fi, or you're listening on your TV. Those speakers simply are not going to handle the bass and reproduce bass like you think it might. It's just not going to happen. You're going to need high fidelity, or when you're really listening to a bass track, your best bet is to put on a set of headphones so you can really capture the frequencies. Now, keep in mind, some headphones won't even capture your low frequencies because, well, bass is low. That's why it's bass. It's only going to be as good as your speakers will reproduce. So keep that in mind. How many of you have listened to music on your cell phone? Well, I don't know why you would do that, but you're not going to get a good sound no matter what. You're not going to get a good sound on your TV unless you're, running a surround sound system or, a good system to go with it. And you're definitely not going to get it on a laptop or regular computer speakers without a good computer speaker setup to listen to it through. Same goes for studio monitors. If you're listening to it through studio monitors, you're not going to get a good effect because that's what it's mixed on, and it's mixed to sound flat. So you need a good pair of high-fidelity speakers that, well, really enhance and demonstrate bass. However, there is a trade-off when you do this. So when I'm recording this track that you are about to hear, and I want to make this clear when I'm doing my testing, I test to give you the optimal result of what something actually sounds like. Not being overprocessed, no effects, no gain unless I say there's some gain. The only thing we're trying to test is this, and that's why I don't go through all of the pickups on this test. We're testing this one pickup. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug this into a very low wattage amp. It is a Vox practice amp. It is 10 watts. And I think it's an amazing amp, and I think it's really good to record with, honestly. But it's a 10-watt amp. I have literally the volume turned up maybe a quarter of the way, if I remember correctly. And the bass is not turned up all the way, but yet it's still producing large volumes of bass. And that is because that's what the pickup is doing. So you're not getting any gain, you're not getting any effects, nothing like that. You're getting what the pickup reproduces, and I hope that makes sense to you. Now, I can make this sound any way you want through effects and through processing through my interface and my DAW. I can do anything. I can make it sound like any bass in the world, but I don't want to do that because that's not the real sound of, well, what it's putting out. So we talk about tone, and I can make any bass sound like any bass, and that's just how it is. There's nothing magical going on except for what the computers are doing and equipment that you're using. So, and I don't mean to go off on a rant, but I feel like sometimes I got to explain this stuff. A lot of people say, well, I can trick you into liking anything. And I guess that's what I really want to convey. Any channel can trick you into liking anything. So when I give you a tone, you're hearing the real tone as well as your speakers will reproduce. And usually that is the limiting factor, not what channels are putting out, but your speakers are hearing or what they're reproducing. Usually that's the really limiting factor. I can play things through my nuance speakers, which really enhance. They're very expensive and they really enhance and make really crap sound good, but that's not real either. So we want reproduction, and you want to hear it the way it was intended. So that's what I'm going to do, is give it to you the way it's intended. And I know I'm going on and I'm carrying on. But these are things that need to be said, because I get a lot of comments in the comment section about this and that, or some comments. Another thing I want to make clear is this channel is not for you. Whoever think when I said me, you, particularly one person, it is for everyone. And if I didn't please you, well, this is not the channel for you, because this is not about one person. This is about everybody. And if you don't like something, that's okay. But the wise ass comments in the comment section about how you can't stand something, or a rude comment, will not be tolerated. You'll simply be banished from the channel. And it's that simple. If you have something positive to say, that's fantastic. And if you want to leave an opinion on your thoughts on what you think about something and be realistic and nice about it, that's cool too. We love constructive criticisms. But to tell me something sounds like dog shit won't be tolerated. Maybe you might want to check into your equipment, because I have a feeling that what you're listening to it through is dog shit. So, things that have to be said. This channel is for everyone. It's for the enthusiast who likes to do things. A few things. I am not the best player in the world. I never said I was. I don't pretend to be. I am simply a guy that enjoys it and has fun. I am a drummer, and I have mad drumming skills. I'm not a guitar player. I am not a bassist, but I enjoy it, and I like to share it with everyone. That being said, I am a drum builder, and now I am kind of a guitar builder. I've been a drum builder by trade for many, many years. Baker Percussion, Wicked Nason Custom Drums. That's what I do. And then I have my regular work that I do every day also. So this is a side hobby. It takes up a lot of time, and other YouTubers know that, there's a lot that goes into these videos, such as editing, processing, recording, hoping everything goes right. So the video you were about to see is right after I got done installing this pickup, which was not a simple task. And I am covered in sawdust, and I went right over and tested it for, you guys, the faithful viewers, the cool ones out there who appreciate the work that goes into this stuff, and you want real results with no fluff, because this is a no fluff channel. So what you're going to hear is this bass pickup with no effects through a 10-watt amp with two 5-inch drivers at a very low volume to a simple backing track, and I'm playing it for the first time with these pickups. And is it optimal for me to do that? No, I should have waited. And they're new strings. I should have waited, and I should have stretched the strings and did everything properly. But I wanted to give you a real world result, and that's what you're about to see. I am done rambling, and without any further ado, here is that video. And remember, please hit that like button, share, and subscribe if you like real content with no fluff and no crazy wild effects that make things sound good that aren't. Thanks, guys. Here it is.
There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call the Twilight Zone.
All right, let's check out this new pickup that just came from China, the bridge pickup, and see, well, how articulate it is. Does it have that classic Rick sound? We're running through the little Vox today. Volume's up about a quarter, bass is up about a quarter, treble's up about halfway, and we have no drive. Very low volume, and it sounds really good. We have the tone rolled all the way off on the bass, and like I said, we're just running through this bridge. This is the test. It's very touchy. Seems like it's got a pretty good output. So, like I said, volume is way down. So we have the bridge mute on, so let's check it out. Not bad. Let's roll some tone on all the way. I like it. Like I said, we're just messing around. Try the middle position, going all the way off.
you.